Borthakur IAS Academy, an endeavor of excellence.
Borthakur IAS Academy.
Hello everyone. Welcome once again to Borthakur's IAS Academy, Northeast's premier institute for UPSC, APSC and NPSC preparations. I'm your friend Atrey, and today I'm here with another segment of Current Affairs 365 dated 2nd of July 2021. This is your one-stop solution for all the news and updates which will help you prepare for your civil services examination, and along with that it is also going to be beneficial for any other Assam state government services. Don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also follow us on Facebook as well as Instagram. So the first news for today is about the project Bharat Net. It will be covered under GS paper 2 under the subtopic Government Policies and Interventions. Recently, the Union Cabinet has approved a viability gap funding support of up to rupees 19,041 crore out of the total expense of around 29,430 crore for implementation of this project known as Bharat Net through public-private partnership model. Now, coming to this public-private partnership model, it involves collaboration between a government agency and a private sector company. And this viability gap funding, it means a grant of one time or deferred which is provided to support infrastructure projects that are economically justified but fall short of any financial viability. Now, this project is the world's largest rural broadband connectivity program using optical fiber, and also a flagship mission which has been implemented by Bharat Broadband Network Limited. Okay, so Bharat Broadband Network Limited is a special purpose vehicle SPV which has been set up by the Government of India under the Companies Act of 1956. It is a highly scalable network infrastructure which is accessible on a non-discriminatory basis to provide on-demand affordable broadband connectivity of 2 Mbps to 20 Mbps for all household, and also on-demand capacity to all institutions in order to realize the vision of Digital India. This will be done in partnership with the states and private sector, and this project is being implemented by the Department of Telecommunication under the Ministry of Communications. One more added information here is that the National Optical Fiber Network, which was launched in October 2011, was renamed as Bharat Net project in 2015, and this National Optical Fiber Network was envisaged as an information superhighway through the creation of a robust middle mile infrastructure in order to reach broadband, so that broadband connectivity it reaches the Gram Panchayats. And in 2019, the Ministry of Communications also launched the National Broadband Mission to facilitate universal and equitable access to the broadband services across our country. This entire project is going to be funded by the Universal Service Obligation Fund, which has set up for improving the telecom services in rural and remote areas of our country. And here the main objective of this project is to facilitate the delivery of e-governance, e-health, e-education, e-banking, internet and other services to rural parts of our country. Now let us have a look at the phases of this project. In the first phase, it provided 1 lakh Gram Panchayats with broadband connectivity by laying underground optic fiber cable lines by the year 2017, by December 2017. And in the second phase, it provided connectivity to all the Gram Panchayats in the country using an optimal mix of underground fiber as well as fiber over power lines with radio and satellite media by March 2019. And in the third phase, that is from 2019 to 2023, a state-of-the-art future-proof network including fiber between districts and blocks with ring topology to provide redundancy would be created. Now this project will be extended to all inhabited villages beyond the Gram Panchayats of 16 states, and within these 16 states, Assam along with the northeastern states of Meghalaya, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, Nagaland and Arunachal Pradesh are also included. The revised strategy will include creation, upgrading, operation, maintenance and utilization of Bharat Net by the private sector partner, and they will be selected by a competitive international bidding process. So the selected private sector partner, they are expected to provide reliable high-speed broadband services as per the services level agreement. Now, why this public-private partnership is important in this Bharat Net project. First of all, this model will leverage the private sector efficiency for operation, maintenance, utilization and revenue generation, and this is also expected to result in the faster rollout of Bharat Net. Then secondly, the private sector partner is expected to bring an equity investment and raise resources towards capital expenditure for this operation and maintenance of network. And lastly, for better access, because extension of Bharat Net to all inhabited villages will enable better access to e-services which are being offered by various governments, and it is also going to enable the online education, telemedicine, skill development and other applications of broadband. The next news is about the recent 7th edition of Indian Ocean Naval Symposium, which was hosted by the French Navy at the Réunion Island. And this is a biennial event which was conceived by the Indian Navy in the year 2008. The Indian Ocean Naval Symposium is a voluntary and inclusive initiative which brings together the navies of Indian Ocean region's littoral states to increase the maritime cooperation and enhance regional security in this area. It also serves to develop an effective response mechanism and humanitarian assistance and disaster relief against the natural disasters. The chairmanship of the Indian Ocean Naval Symposium has been held by India for the year 2008 to 10, then UAE, South Africa, Australia, Bangladesh and the Islamic Republic of Iran. And France has assumed the chairmanship in June 2021 for a tenure of another 2 years. So coming to the members of this symposium, it includes 24 member nations that touch or lie within the Indian Ocean region, and along with that 8 observer nations are also its members. And the members have been geographically grouped into the following 4 groups. First is the South Asian littorals. Here the countries of Bangladesh, India, Maldives, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, etc. lie. Then we have the West Asian littorals, East African littorals and the Southeast Asian and Australian littorals. So why this particular symposium is significant for India? Because this initiative, it fits into the India's threefold ambitions in the region. First is strengthening and deepening the relations between the Indian Ocean littoral states. Secondly, for establishing its leadership potential and aspirations of being a net security provider. And lastly, it fulfills the India's vision of a rules-based and stable maritime order in the Indian Ocean region. Along with that, this engagement will also help India to consolidate its sphere of influence from the Straits of Malacca to Hormuz, and the Indian Ocean Naval Symposium can also be used to counterbalance the increasing presence of China in this region. Coming to other important groupings or initiatives that are associated with the Indian Ocean region, first is the Indian Ocean Rim Association. It was established in the year 1997 and it was aimed at strengthening the regional cooperation and sustainable development within the Indian Ocean region. Then came the Indian Ocean Commission. Recently, India has been approved as an observer of this commission, and here the intergovernmental, or this particular commission is an intergovernmental organization that coordinates maritime governance in the southwestern Indian Ocean. Next, we have the Sagar project, Security and Growth for All in the region, which was launched in 2015. And through Sagar, India seeks to deepen the economic and security cooperation with its maritime neighbors, and also it aims at assisting in building their maritime security capabilities. And lastly, we have the Asia-Africa Growth Corridor. So this idea emerged in the joint declaration issued by India and Japan in the year 2016, and this particular concept is raised on 4 pillars of development and cooperation projects: quality infrastructure and institutional connectivity, and at enhancing capacities and skills, along with people-to-people partnership. The third news is a topic related to physical geography, which will be covered under the GS paper 1. Here they are talking about the recent rise in temperature in the Northwest Pacific, and some parts of Canada, where they have recorded a rise in temperature of 47 degrees. So this has caused a historic heat wave, and this is a result of the phenomenon which has been referred to as heat dome. So we will see what heat dome is. This phenomena, it mainly begins where there is a strong change or gradient in the ocean temperature, and this process is known as convection, where the gradient causes more warm air heated up by the ocean surface to rise over it. And because of the prevailing winds, they move the hot air eastward. However, the northern shifts of the jet stream, they trap the air and move it towards the land. When it moves towards the land, it sinks in, okay, and this results in the heat waves. So jet streams, we all know these are relatively narrow bands of strong winds in the upper levels of atmosphere, and the winds, they blow from west to east in jet streams, but the flow often shifts towards north and south. So these strong change in the ocean temperature from the west to east is the main reason behind heat dome. Heat dome can be actually understood in a 6-step process, okay. It is just as the name suggests. There is an area of high pressure which parks over a region like a lid on a pot, like a lid or a cap. It traps the heat, and they mostly occurs in the years of La Nina, like the year 2021, where the waters are cool in the eastern Pacific, but they are comparatively warmer in the western Pacific. So as I said, that this is a 6-step process, okay. First, in summer, the jet stream, they shifts northward. Then the hot and stagnant air, it expands upward in an upward direction. Thirdly, the strong and high pressure atmospheric conditions, it combines with the influences from like conditions like La Nina, okay, and it causes a lid or dome like structure, okay. So in this process, which is convection, okay, the hot air, it attempts to escape, but the high pressure, because of the high pressure, this hot air, it is pushed back. So under the dome, the air sinks in, it is compressed, okay, which releases more amount of heat. And finally, as the wind, they move the hot air eastward, the jet stream, what it does, it traps the air, wherein it sinks down, and this results in heat waves. So this is all about the process of heat dome, okay. So coming to heat wave now, a heat wave is a period of abnormally high temperature, right, more than the normal maximum temperature, which lasts for more than 2 days. So these heat waves, they typically occur between the months of March and June, and sometimes it can extend till July, and they can occur with or without high humidity, and these have the potential to cover a large area that exposes a large number of people to the hazardous heat. So another impact on human is regarding the wet bulb temperature, okay. Wet bulb temperature, what it is a temperature limit that is considered to be the highest, okay. Beyond that, humans cannot tolerate any more high temperature. As long as the body is producing sweat, which is then like quickly evaporated, the body will be able to remain cool even under high temperature. But once it reaches this wet bulb temperature, it cannot take any more, it cannot tolerate any further higher amount of temperatures. So temperatures beyond this WBT, it can cause heat related illness, which includes heat stroke, exhaustion, sunburn, and sometimes heat rashes. So the major effects of heat dome, it includes fatalities in human being because of unbearable high temperatures, okay. Then the trapping of heat, it can also damage crops, dry out the vegetation, and it may result in droughts, okay. And also sweltering of heat wave will lead to rise in energy demand, especially electricity, which will lead to pushing up of the rates. And finally, they can also act as fuel to wildfires. These are quite common in US every year. The weather scientists, they have been highlighting the effects of climate change on more extreme heat waves, and as per a survey of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the average US temperature have increased since the late 19th century. And the next news is about the first movable freshwater tunnel aquarium at Bangalore railway station, which has been opened by the Indian Railway, okay. This aquarium has been opened by the Indian Railway Stations Development Corporation Limited in collaboration with the HNI Aquatic Kingdom. So this aquarium is a one of its kind aquatic park, which is based on the Amazon River concept. So this is a 12 feet long aquatic kingdom, first paludarium, which will have different varieties of flora and fauna. It is home to various aquatic animals such as alligator gar ranging, then stingrays, sharks, lobsters, etc. And this aquarium is adorned with natural rocks and also splashes of driftwood, artificial coral rocks, etc. This has been built at a cost of rupees 1.2 crore with the aim of enhancing the passenger experience at the station. Along with that, it is also aimed at improving the revenue earning for Indian Railways. And with this, we have come to an end of today's session. I hope you all will like this video. Please like and share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'll see you all again tomorrow with another session of Current Affairs 365 only on Borthakur's IAS Academy, Northeast's premier institute for UPSC, APSC and NPSC preparations. Till then, take care, keep learning. Bye-bye.
বৰঠাকুৰ IAS একাডেমি প্ৰস্তুতি আৰু অধ্যয়নৰ নিৰ্ভৰযোগ্য ঠিকনা
Borthakur IAS Academy.